Have you ever had the feeling that something in your house just broke out of nowhere? No explanation, no one around. A glass suddenly cracks, an object falls, or something simply stops working for no clear reason. Most people ignore it. They call it coincidence, wear and tear, or just bad luck. But what if I told you there is actually a pattern behind these moments? Because objects don't just break randomly. There are physical, environmental, and even behavioral reasons behind it that most people never notice. And the most interesting part is, you might be seeing these signs every day without ever understanding what they really mean. So stay until the end, because some of these causes might be happening right now, inside your home, and you don't even realize it. The human brain is designed to simplify reality. When something breaks, it looks for the fastest explanation possible. It's old, it's cheap, it just happens. But in reality, almost nothing is truly random. Every material, every object, every structure responds to forces, pressure, temperature, time, usage, and when those forces accumulate, the result appears suddenly. But the process was happening long before. What feels like a random moment is actually the final stage of something invisible. Objects don't break in one moment. They break in thousands of small moments. Every time you place a glass on the table, every time a door closes, every time temperature changes slightly, micro stress builds up. Tiny, invisible damage accumulates inside the material, until one day, without warning, it fails. And that's the moment you notice. But the truth is, the object has been breaking for days, weeks, or even months. One of the biggest hidden causes of things breaking is temperature. Materials expand when they heat up and contract when they cool down. This constant movement creates stress. Glass, wood, metal, plastic, all react differently. That's why. Glass cracks suddenly, furniture warps, walls develop small fractures, and it often happens when you're not looking. At night, early morning, during silent moments, which makes it feel even more mysterious. Your home is never truly still. Even if it feels quiet, there are constant vibrations from traffic, appliances, footsteps, air pressure changes. These micro vibrations slowly weaken structures. Over time, they shift objects, loosen connections, and create instability until something moves or breaks. This is the part most people never consider. Your behavior affects your environment, how you place objects, how you handle things, how often you move them. Even small habits matter. Rushing, dropping things lightly, stacking objects incorrectly. These actions create patterns, and those patterns lead to outcomes. So when something breaks, it's not just the object, it's the interaction between you and the environment. Here's where it gets interesting. Your brain notices the result, but ignores the buildup. You don't see the small cracks forming, the gradual weakening, the repeated stress. You only see the moment it fails, and because that moment seems sudden, it feels unnatural. But it isn't. It's just delayed visibility. Sometimes, breaking objects are not just normal wear. They can be signals, loose structures, weak materials, environmental imbalance. For example, repeated cracks in the same area, objects falling from the same place, electronics failing frequently. These patterns matter. They indicate something deeper, something structural or environmental. And ignoring them can lead to bigger problems. Your home is constantly giving feedback. Through sounds, small movements, subtle changes, most people ignore it. But when you start paying attention, you begin to see patterns. And once you see patterns, things stop feeling random. If this changed the way you see your environment, subscribe. Because most people live their entire lives without ever noticing what's happening around them. But there's one specific situation where objects break in a way that doesn't follow the usual patterns. It's rare, subtle, and often ignored, and when it happens, it can reveal something completely different, something most people never question. So the next time something breaks in your home, pay attention, because it might not be random, and it might be telling you something you haven't noticed yet.